Hello there, everyone, and welcome to my craft room. My name is Daryl Walter of Pickled Peppers Creative Cafe at pickledpepperscreative.com. And today is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. And today is the day that I come to you to create crafty things. Now, today is a little bit different than our normal Thursday in that instead of making one card tonight, we're going to make 3 cards, and they're going to be Christmas cards. So I hope that you're excited. I am excited to share with you. Hi, Julie. Welcome, welcome. Come on into the first night of our Christmas card class. And so we're just going to have fun. We're going to make some easy cards. That is the style of card making I most like to teach because it's not intimidating, and I like for people to walk away feeling successful in their creating. So as normal, we'll see some fantastic projects, and it will be just like our regular Thursday night, except for we'll be making Christmas cards. So come on in, come on in. How are you, Julie? Let me know when you come in. Say hi if you would. Chat with me. In fact, you can chat with me through the entire night. If you have questions about anything, drop it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond back to you. Now, I get involved when we're creating, so I may not see your message right away, but don't let that deter you. Make sure that you leave your comments and questions below, and I'll chat with you. So come on in. We're going to get started pretty quickly because we have 3 cards to make tonight. And even though they're easy, I haven't actually made them before. So I just want to make sure that we have a good time. Julie, you started your Christmas cards. Yes. How good are you? I want to be you when I grow up. In fact, I am hoping that the next 3 weeks will inspire me as well. So let's talk about that. For the next 3 weeks, we will be making Christmas cards here or holiday cards here on my Facebook page, and then I will upload it to YouTube. So you'll be seeing it in both places. The recording will be on YouTube, and the live, of course, we're doing now. You also have an opportunity tonight to earn a kit with the 3 cards that we're going to be creating tonight. I'll do all of the cutting and prep for you. You'll just need stamps and ink. And with a purchase in my online store, I'll be happy to send you those projects. I get those 2 words mixed up. Hi, Beth. How are you? Happy Crafty Thursday. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to make Christmas cards, and they're going to be easy and cute and hopefully different. Maybe the same. You might have seen similar cards, or you might have seen, I don't know, you may have seen these cards that we're making too. But my hope is that it inspires you to get started with your holiday creating, card making. Hi, Marie. Happy Crafty Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight, the first night of our Christmas card class. And actually, it's 5 after, so let's go ahead and get turned down, and we'll talk just a little bit more, and then we'll get started creating because as I said, we are making 3 cards, and I actually, full disclosure, you guys, I have not actually made these cards. I planned them out, but I have not created them. So there's going to be some impromptu business going on. Oh, Marie, you also made cards last night. You guys are amazing. Amazing. I'm super excited that you made cards. By the way, Marie, did you create Christmas cards? I am so in the mood for Christmas. You know what? So I live in Michigan, and the second, well, the week before Thanksgiving on Friday, we have a Christmas parade, and it kind of kicks off the holiday season. But I love Christmas music, and I like to start listening to it on November 1st. And because you only get a short time that you can hear Christmas music. So I like to start on November 1st, and it always gets me in the holiday mood. So I hope that this just gives you a little more inspiration. Like I said, tonight we're making easy cards, and most often I like to make easy cards. I don't want them to be too involved or intimidating. So hi, Nympha. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome to Crafty Thursday and Christmas card night. So excited to see all of you here. So let's go ahead and get started. I have one announcement, I think, which is monthly card class for November is open. The registration is open until November 10th. Card class is going to be on Saturday, November 18th from 10:30 to 12. My card classes are always free. They're always free. If you order in my online store, then your card classes are always free. Or for monthly card class, if you would prefer to pay the flat fee, then you can do that as well. Tonight also, the cards that I make, you have an opportunity to get them as well. I will send them to you. Free shipping, free everything with a minimum purchase of $40 in my online store. So, and if your order is $50 or more, I'll send you an embellishment as well. So I think that is it for the announcement. So let's just jump right in and get started creating. Now, tonight's cards, as I said, are simple cards, but I think they're really lovely. So they're not going to be too complicated. We'll have some stamping. In fact, we are going to use only one sentiment. We're nabbing this Merry Christmas from the Celebrate with Tags. So that's the sentiment that we're going to be using. In fact, I better find some diaper wipes because, let's see, I have some around here somewhere. I'll grab some diaper wipes because we're going to use that one sentiment. But we're going to use, have you guys seen, so this is One Horse Open Sleigh. I'm going to go ahead and let's pull it right out. We're going to be using the One Horse Open Sleigh. Let me find the card. I like to do that so I don't lose it. Designer Series paper. This, by the way, is an online exclusive. It is 6x6, and so you get 48 pieces of paper. I think you get like 4 of each pattern. And can you see they're all winter scenes? So we're going to do some scenery cards tonight. And some of the scenery is on the reverse side. So there's plain, I've gotten them a little bit mixed up. There's plain patterns on one side, and then there are picturesque patterns on the reverse of most of them anyways. So I think there are 48 sheets of Designer Series paper in this pack. And I think, if I'm correct, I don't know how many patterns there are, but I do know that you get 4 of each. Okay, Beth. All right, Beth. I hope your internet kicks in for you. So we're going to be focusing mainly on this Designer Series paper, and we have some ribbon and fun embellishments as well. All right, so card number 1, I've chosen this pattern. Don't you want to go there? I pick this because I want to go here. That little cabin looks so cozy. And these Designer Series papers, because there is a scenery, I tried to make most of our cards panoramic so that you can capture most of the scenery that's here. Yes, yes, Nympha. It looks so nice and cozy. So nice and cozy. So to start with, I cut this designer series paper, and let's see if I can remember how I cut it. But we have a piece of Night of Navy for our card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. Really simple. It's scored at 2 1/8, so that's halfway, and that's going to allow us to have that panoramic view that we are after. And so let's go ahead and, you know how we do it. You can see that I've already folded it just to make sure that that I had good cuts on the designer series paper. And let's see. I want to see if I can tell you exactly how I cut this piece of designer series paper so that, and there was very little waste too, let me tell you that. So we know that we need our piece of designer series paper to be 5 1/4 because our card base is 5.5, right? So I started out by cutting the bottom off by 3/4 of an inch because this is 6 by 6 designer series paper. So I took the 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. That made it simple, right? That gave us the 5 1/4 length that we needed. So let's go ahead and bring in our Stampin' trimmer. And I'm going to just take the top of the paper away from the cutting edge, and I'm going to line it right up at 4 1/4. So that's simple enough, right? Easy peasy. There we go. And then this piece we don't need, so we're going to discard it. Oh, Marie, this designer series paper I have been itching to play with. Next week we're going to be a little stamp, I don't want to say stamp heavy, but we're going to have a lot more stamping next week. But the nice thing about this is if you want to take a night where you're making easy to recreate Christmas cards and you want to bang them out and get a lot done, this is the paper for you. All right. So now with the right side facing upward, so the design here is in its right orientation, I'm going to cut a piece from the left side here at 1 and, let's see, 2 inches, 1 7/8 of an inch. Now, if you are, this is the hardest cut in this whole thing. If you are iffy about cuts, 7/8 is the large line right between 3/4 of an inch and the whole number. So in this case, it's going to be 2. It's going to be right smack in the middle there. And so we're going to cut this down at 1 7/8. So we're going to need this piece. And then I want my pattern to be continuous because remember we're doing kind of a wide panoramic shot. So we need to just flip this around and make sure that it's 4 inches. So I want the bottom edge up this time because I don't want to take anything off of the edge that we just cut from, right? There we go. Easy peasy. That was not hard at all, right? That was so easy. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How are you guys, by the way? Where are you guys all from? So Nympha, I think you're in the South. Are you in the South? I can't remember. I am in the Midwest, and I know that some of you, a lot of you are in the Midwest as well. and we're gonna have winter now. So Michelle is in Lansing. So Michelle and I both are in Lansing. So Michelle knows that we are having winter. I think it's here. It's gonna warm up, but it's been kind of cold the last couple of days. All right, so here is our designer series paper. Here are the two pieces, right? Let me turn this around so you can kind of see where we're going here. So this will be the inside of the card. And then we're going to put this on the front edge. And I've cut some boho blue. So the largest boho blue mat is 5 1/4 by 4. So you have easy dimensions there. And we're just going to mat this with the boho blue. And we'll adhere it to the back part of our card, right? So we'll do that in a second. And then I have another piece of boho blue. This might be 1/8 of an inch. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 1/8 of an inch. So, oh, let's put my ruler the right way. Oh, it's 3/8 of an inch. Maybe that's it. 2 by, yes, 3/8. So this is 2 by 3/8 of an inch. So 3/8 again is going to be between 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, the little line between them. All right. So then we're going to adhere here as well. And this is going to go on the front panel. Now we have to have some place to write or have an inside sentiment. So this is the same size as the boho blue mat on the front. So it's 2 by 5 3/8. And we're going to adhere it here. And then I have a couple of die cuts. Oh my gosh, I can never remember these. I'll let you know though. And this is for our sentiment. There is the larger in Night of Navy and the smaller in the basic white. And then let's pull some ink out. I have Night of Navy ink as well. All right, so let's go ahead and assemble. Let's grab some Stampin' Seal Plus. And let's put all of our pieces together. Stampin' Seal Plus, by the way, is my adhesive of choice because other than liquid, multi-purpose, it really sticks. I don't have to worry about it popping off, at least not for a long time. So this margin, if you can see, is really tight. It's really tiny. And then we'll put a little adhesive here and we'll go ahead and adhere this right to the inside back of the card. So can you see how this is going to allow us to have some continuation? This paper is beautiful, by the way. It's called One Horse Open Sleigh, and actually it's an online exclusive. You can only get this designer series paper in my online store. There is also a stamp set that coordinates with it, but I couldn't see the vision. I could see the vision with the designer series paper, but I couldn't see the vision as much with the stamp set. Oh, let's do this way. Here we go. So I didn't get the stamp set, but I got this paper right off the bat, and I've used it a couple of times, or at least talked about it. I've been hoarding it. You know how we are. You know how us paper crafters are. We like hoarding We like hoarding paper for the perfect use. Well, this is the perfect use. All right. So we have our card completely open. And this is the front panel. You'll see when we fold it to close. Whoops, let's get a little. And so this goes on the front panel, and we just want to make sure that we have it in the right orientation. The sky is the dark night of navy. And then, of course, the tree trunks are the bottom. I think I might be saying that up for myself. All right, so I'm not going to stamp on the centerpiece there. Oh, we went ahead and adhered it. So here we go. Look at that. Is that not simple and gorgeous? So you get to, when the card is closed, you still get to see that lovely scenery. And then when you open it, you see the whole cottage. I want to go here. Don't you guys want to go here? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. All right, so I promised we were going to keep it simple. Our next card is a little more involved, and then the last card is super, super simple. But let's go ahead and bring in our stamp Merry Christmas. And you can use any sentiment that, you know, any die cut shape and any sentiment that you would like to. I chose Merry Christmas because I like Merry Christmas. All right. And because the paper itself is so gorgeous, I don't want, I want to keep it simple. I don't want to compete with it because it does the job by itself. And then we'll go ahead and mount this, and you guys, we will adhere it with dimensionals. Now, as you can see, we're not going to want to put adhesive all the way across, depending on where we put this, because we don't want to, we don't want the card to stay stuck closed. We want to go to that cottage. When I am a reader, and I read far more than I watch TV. And ever since I was a little girl, one of my favorite parts about books were the illustrations. I just always imagined myself, and it's so funny because I have not changed. I still imagine myself in illustrations and scenery that I see. I imagine who lives there and what they might be doing, what their lives might be like. I think that's a good place for this. Well, let's see. No. We can't cover that cottage. Let's go ahead and put this towards the top. I'm being careful, by the way. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals, but I'm only going to put them on the reverse of the sentiment here, so that we don't close the adhere the card closed. There's what I want to say. And sometimes I like to, if I can guesstimate exactly where I'm going to put the sentiment, like in this case, I will even put the dimensionals right on the card itself. So I can do that, right? This way I know that I'm not going to get them over the edge where I don't want them to be. And then we can just pop it down. Isn't that a cool little trick? It's a little lower than I wanted, but that's okay. We can still see the door to our cottage, so it's still welcoming us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. I think this is a cute and simple card. My Take Your Pick tool is someplace. I don't know what I did with it. I threatened to buy another one, and I just got a big order in, and I didn't. But I'm going to be ordering again because, again, if you want all of the pieces to create the cards that we're making tonight, I am more than happy to send them to you free with an order in my online store. All right, so here we are. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's put it down. One of these days we'll get a wide view on the camera, so Thank you so much. What do you guys think? Do we need an embellishment here? I pulled two aside because the rest of the designer series paper goes really well with, these are called adhesive back snowflake assortment, and these of course are the neutral back sequins. I could use the white, and I do that quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see if I can locate my take your pick tool. If not, we'll use scissors because that works good too. But oh, here we are. Here we are. We have our take your pick tool. Let's go ahead and use the adhesive back sequins. As you can see, they're pretty loved. Pretty loved, but I love them. And so let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, we have to sprinkle these. It's snowing, right? We're going to have big snowflakes. I'm not quite sure where we'll put them all. Do we need a couple of smaller ones? Let's let it snow a little bit. Bottom, we can't put it on the door. Let's put it outside. There we go. That might be too many. And you could live without the embellishment if you wanted to, but here's our easy first card. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're getting on 7:30, so let's go ahead and move to card number 2. Let's grab it. So card number 2, we have lots of fun things here. Let's get my box around. So this is the piece that we're using for card number 2. We have a Cajun Craze card base. Let's slide this up. There. Are you guys still able to see that? Thank you, Nympha. We have a card base that is Cajun Craze. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Whoops. Which is halfway in the middle. And this is going to be a rooftop fold. And we're going to have to do the same thing with this card that we did with the previous card, in that we have to decide how much of our scenery. It's another cottage in the woods. I think I have a thing with cottages in the woods. What do you guys think? I don't know. The paper is just gorgeous. But we're going to have to do the same thing that we did with the previous card. There was a little more left over with this card. But so we have a rooftop fold. It's going to open this way. And then this is Cajun Craze. We have an early espresso mat that is 5 1/4 by 4. And then I've already gone ahead and cut this down because I wanted to keep as much of the cottage as I can. And I wanted to keep it somewhat centrally located, but it could be either. And then I have, will you hand me those dies? I have a Cajun Craze die and a basic white die. These are my favorite, by the way. All right, and so then I also have, we're going to use the loose sequins. I think they're called loose silver sequins. I'm going to let you know in a moment. Let's get these right out. Yes, loose silver sequins. So we're going to use these. And then we also are going to use copper. This is called the Copper and Natural Ribbon Combo Pack. And we're going to nab the copper. So we'll be using that as well. And then finally, we're going to use clear medium envelopes. So let's grab an envelope. We only need one. Can you guys guess what we're making? Does anybody know what we're making? All right, so these are stylish shapes. I was going to show you those, wasn't I? These are my favorite dies ever, ever, ever. Okay, that's not true. However, you guys see these week after week, and I just grabbed a couple of layering circles. They're stitched, and they're my second favorite circles, and I like them, but I just wanted you to know where those dies came from. All right, and then the copper ribbon. So let's get started. The other thing that you're going to need with this card is, Michelle and Julie. There are some avid card makers. We are making a shaker card. So I've gone ahead and cut right out of the center. Let's see. And I didn't save the remainder, but it's solid on the reverse side. Thank you for the hearts. It's solid, so you could if you wanted to, but can you see I just cut off both sides of, or both ends, the top and the bottom. I took 1 inch off the bottom and 1 inch off the top because it's 6 inches, right? That helped me to achieve the 4 inches that we need. And then it's actually 3 3/4 of an inch. I'm sorry, so it's almost 4. And so I didn't take quite 2 inches off. I took 2 inches off one side and 1 3/4 of an inch off the other side. And then I cut it down to 5 1/4 as well. All right, so let's get started. Oh, you're also going to need cellophane tape. So let's get started. We're going to put this aside, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to use both of those die cuts. However, I have them ready in the event that we do. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start by adhering our designer series paper to the early espresso mat. Here we go. And so remember that my goal was to keep as much of the scenery as we could keep. All right, so easy peasy, right? We're going to take our medium clear envelope. So this is like a shaker card hack. This is an easy way to make a shaker card. And we're going to take our matted designer series paper and tuck it right inside of our clear envelope. Thank you guys, thank you. And I'm gonna make sure that it's right against the bottom, and I'm going to peel the adhesive backing off, and I want to fold it right against the edge, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to fold it right snug against the edge of the mat that we've created. So you see what we have. All right, so here's where the cellophane tape comes in. We'll grab our cellophane tape, and the excess that we have here on the bottom, we're going to tuck that right under, right next to the card. We're just going to snug it right up and tape it across the back. Excuse me, a little bit of a tickle in my throat. All right, so I kind of folded first so I can feel where the crease is. But you're going to want to, excuse me, I'm sorry, you guys. you're going to want to look at the front of the card. Oh, gosh, we don't want to do that. We have to put our gems in. We have to put our gems in. Let's start that piece over. Let's see. We can probably salvage this. Let's grab our gems. We have to make snow. I almost forgot the most important part here. Be careful when you open this too. You don't want your gems to go flying all over the place. And then we're just going to pick some up and sprinkle them inside of our card. How many ever makes you happy? When you think it looks good, then that's a good place to stop. And let's see. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot the snow. I have a few pieces here. Let's see. Put those back in the container. All right. Here we go. I like to back up a little bit there. All right, so once again, we're going to fold the flap closed. I might have to add a little piece of cellophane tape there since we had to break into it. Oh yeah, I think that's good. That's good. Don't shake it like I'm doing, because then you might get your sequins in the back part of this, and we don't want that to happen. Oh, Julie, you were wondering. Julie, me too. It's so funny. I see the completed project in my head sometimes, and boy, my head tells my hands to do crazy things. Let's cover these up too. I think I might be breathing on them a little too heavily. They're just sequins, but they're really pretty, nice and sparkly. All right, and let's grab another piece of cellophane tape. There we go. All right, so here we go. Here's what we have. Can you see that? Lovely, right? Let's shake it all the way down. There we go. Lovely. All right, so we're going to bring in our card base and that copper ribbon. So the ribbon comes in a 2-pack. It is called Copper and Natural Combo Pack. Thank you. Thank you, Nympha. Thank you, Julie. And we're just going to tie, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. We're going to tie it. Oh, I have to face you because I want it at the bottom. So we're going to tie it at the bottom, but I'm going to be a little bit of a hack because I want a bow, and I want to make sure that the bow is good. So let's grab some scissors. All right, I'm taking you guys on a journey with me. You let me know what you think about it, but let's cut a length off. See if we can do a little bit of a bow hack, because I think I'm much more confident with the bow. Okay, we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to bring in that cellophane tape, and I'm going to just tape both of the ends of this right to the back, because no one's going to see the back of this. Okay, that looks good. So we'll grab another little piece of cellophane and we'll glue this right down. Let's see how we did. All right, we're doing good so far. Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. All right, let's put our ribbon away. Oh no, we need ribbon. We need to make a bow. That was the point, right? So we're gonna make a bow, and we're going to make it look like it's attached and that we got it really super straight. But really, we did a little bit of a sneak, and we taped the flat piece of the ribbon right to the back. And the reason that I'm doing this, I don't know if you guys, if any of you have this ribbon already. It's metallic and it's kind of stiff, but it's kind of slippery at the same time. And if you notice, I have a manicure. I got my nails done. So, yeah, being confident with bow tying is eluding me at the moment because it's a little more challenging with nails, right? Let's see. I wanted this to be a perfect bow. I need to twist it some kind of way. Let's cut the extra end off. So, and you really need to, see which way I need to flip it. I think I need to flip it this way, but you really need to pull this tight once you have the bow the way that you want it to, because like I said, it's kind of, it's stiff and slippery at the same time, if that makes any sense. And it doesn't like me very well. I twisted it and I didn't get it perfect. So I'm trying to achieve a perfect bow, and the perfect bow is eluding me. And I thought my hack might work. Let's see if I can just, there we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think that deserves an encore. That was quite the struggle. There we go. It's perfect though. Boy, did that ever take some maneuvering. Here we go. So let's decide. I think we'll put the sentiment on that side. So we'll put the bow on this side. Let's go ahead and trim the tails down. All right, so do you guys think that was worth it? Boy, that was stressful. I think I have a couple of beads of sweat on my head. All right, so let's put this on this side, and I'm just gonna grab a glue dot and stick it to the back of it. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I was just teasing. Thank you, guys. That was a struggle, though. Oh, my goodness. All right. There we go. Well, I sure like it a whole lot better than if I were to do that, just tying it. I think it looks a little more perfect. Are any of you old enough to remember when they used to wrap Christmas packages in department stores? And so you could go and make your purchases and bring it down to the desk, and they would wrap your gifts for you right there. Oh, isn't that ribbon gorgeous, Michelle? Thank you. It's very pretty. It's copper. So it's let's see. There we go. Julie, you're old enough. Do you remember that? I remember when I was a little girl, my grandma would go to Knapp's downtown and JCPenney, and I was completely enamored with the gift wrapping. All right. Now that we've gotten the stressful part out of the way, let's shake our snow down. We can go ahead and adhere this layer right to our card front. So there's no more to do to this part. And I'm going to try to use Stamp and Seal Plus. I questioned how that might work. Oh, there we go. I just had to get it started good. Oh, no. It doesn't like that part. Oh, there we go. So if I were you, I would use tear and tape, because the Stamp and Seal Plus, maybe I'm swiping a little too quickly. But here we go. I'll place this right down. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Nympha, in the past, the mail near you would hold a fundraiser and offer to wrap your gifts. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I wonder if, like, Scouts, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, if they were accompanied by their parents, that would be an awesome fundraiser. I'm going to tell you right now, I understand I think we'll do without the back one. Let's just stamp the sentiment here. I understand why that would be a good service, because I certainly would use that service. I don't wrap gifts anymore, and I feel like we have some Cajun craze, so we're going to match our card base. I feel like anymore with gift bags, and gift cards, we just don't wrap anymore. But I loved when I woke up as a little girl and saw all of the pretty presents under the tree, or even before Christmas Day when the gifts started appearing. Let's put our sentiment right here in the middle, and then we'll put it on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh my gosh, this Merry Christmas is the best ever. All right, and let's grab some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we'll put this right here, and I think we're done. Oh, Michelle, you still wrap presents, do you? I feel like I never have time, and I'm always rushed, and so I'm guilty of grabbing gift bags and the biggest ones I can get and putting as much as I can put in there. And we do still wrap gifts, but nothing at all like I used to when I was a young mom. When I was a young mama, I tried to be like my mom. All right, so here we are. You guys, this is so cute. And it shake, shake, shake. All the snow inside. It feels like a snow globe. Thank you, guys. This is such a cute card. I think, let's see. If I have white near me, we'll finish it. Oh, no. We're running out of time. It's a good thing our last card is super, super simple. Oh, Michelle still wraps presents. Nympha, you only wrap the children's gifts and the adults get gift bags. I think that may be it, because you're right. The last couple of years we wrapped only our grandchildren, our two granddaughters. We wrapped their cards. We wrapped their gifts. But all of the adults in the situation, we gave them gift bags. I just want to put the lids back on here so I don't lose track of anything. All right, let's get to our last card. And our last card is really, really simple. We're going to use, look at this little deer. Let me show you her. Isn't she cute? Look at her. I couldn't resist. And you know what? There is some, I think this is Petal Pink. I have chosen a Petal Pink matte because it looks like it. We can confirm that though, because if you are familiar with Stampin' Up's Designer Series paper, the card on the inside of the paper stack gives you, let's just kind of show you, it gives you all of the colors inside. So I just want to make sure that that is Petal Pink, but in my eyes, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. So we have the 6x6 mat, and once again we're going to cut it right down, and this time we're going to stamp the sentiment right onto the Designer Series paper. We have a card base that is Early Espresso, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to use my handy dandy bone folder to give a nice crease to the edge of our card. And then, let's see, do we want to go uppy down or do we want to go side to side? I think we'll do a book fold. We could go either way here, but let's go with a book fold. So I need to decide where we're going to put little guy. And I just want some of this because I'm going to stamp that Merry Christmas there. All right, so let's grab our trimmer. Let's slide this right out of the way. And this is one of my favorite ways to create Christmas cards for two reasons. One is because I can do lots of cards at one time. Oh, Anna, isn't that dear just so cute? Thank you, Julie. I can do lots of Christmas cards at one time. And I don't have to use a lot, if any, embellishments. And that makes mailing a little better too. So because I know that I want to put my sentiment somewhere here, so with that SIP, we're going to take a sip here. That's stamps, inks, and paper. But I do want to keep a little bit of, if you can see the sunset here, that's where that petal pink is, and in the ears of that little deer. So we're going to go ahead and I need this to be 5 1/4. No, I need it to be 5 by 3 3/4 of an inch. So I have to decide. Let's just make it easy. 3 3/4 of an inch. Let's see. I don't want to come too close to the deer, so I'm going to cut it at 4 inches, and then I'll take a 1/4 inch off the other side. Flip it right over. Did you see what I did? And we'll cut the other side. So that's the 3 3/4 of an inch. And now we need it to be 5 inches. And I think I'm going to take most of it from the top, but I want to be careful because I want some of that. Petal pink in there. So let's just cut it and then slide it right up to the 5. And then we have our mat the size that we want. Oh, bravo. Bravo, bravo. And I think we have room for our sentiment there. Yes, we do. Okay. Good enough. We'll put that aside. So this card is super easy peasy. And remember that if you want me to send you everything to make the cards that we're creating tonight, I will send them to you for free. I will ship them to you for free with your order in my online store. So that's how I like to hold my classes. All right, so easy peasy here. I think we'll use the snowflakes on this one too. All right, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive to our mat. Oh boy, is that nail polish? That's weird. I better look at my nails, at my new manicure. Random fact about me is I have a trio of favorite colors. They are jewel tones, so I like bright pink, like fuchsia, the color of my nails, purple, and teal. All right, let's do a little stamping and decorating here, and we're done. Pink is my all-time, that's debatable. Purple is my all-time favorite color, and but I think pink is right there next to it. I should have gotten a bigger piece of diaper white, but that's okay. We're doing good. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment. Remember here on the bottom, we're going to stamp it with Early Espresso. That's the color of our card base, but I don't want to mount it. We want to stamp it first. So we'll do our stamping first. And I just kind of want to eyeball where I want that sentiment. Okay, we're going to put it right towards the bottom. Imagine how many cards you could get done in a night if you made them like this one. I think you could do the entire stack of 48 probably. And that's the extent of our stamping. Look how good that looks. Isn't that lovely? Hi, Julie. Thank you. And we're just going to pop it right down. Let me make sure that, let's get that out of here. Okay. Wanted to make sure we have it opening in the right direction, because you see that I make shaker cards without snow in them. So I'm not against making a card that opens backwards. I'm just teasing. I'm poking fun at myself. All right. And we'll pop this right down in the center. And then let's bring in, remember we had 2 embellishments tonight. I feel like that copper goes good. Let's grab the copper. You guys feel that the copper goes good? I think so. I think because of the petal pink and that deer. So I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. Well, we could do white snowflakes. I don't know. You guys, you tell me. Do we need, oh, thank you, Michelle. Do we need white snowflakes? Let's bring it close so you can see. White snowflakes or copper? Can you see that copper? Yes, I think you're right, Michelle. You're my kind of girl. The shinier, the better. Copper it is. I wonder if we could even stack these. That would be awesome. We're not going to, but it would be pretty darn awesome. All right, and then that is all. I promised you that it would be super simple and cute. Isn't that dear cute? All right, you guys, we made it. It's 8 o'clock. We got them done in an hour. You guys are amazing. So let's look again. We have this little cute girl. I say she's a girl because she looks like a girl and she's very cute. And then we have the shaker card that we made, which is my favorite. I love that ribbon. The ribbon and the silver sequins in there. And then we have our panoramic card. So if you want this card class, use the link. You have to use the link in the description above, and that will let me know. And you need to place your order by Sunday night. And then I will do some ordering next week. And if your order comes to $50 or more, how about I'll give you a choice between the sequin adhesives, the earth tones, or the snowflakes. So you'll get to pick which adhesive you want, and I'll order it for you, and I'll send it to you in the mail. So remember, this paper stack is only available in my online store. It is called One Horse Open Sleigh, and it is tons of yumminess. Look at that. You can make 4 of those deer cards. Look at this. There's so much you can do with these. But I hope, hey, I thought I saw a little fox. Did we see a fox? I hope I've inspired you creatively. Oh, well, I'm going to look through these a little more closely because I think I flipped through and saw a little fox that we could use there. So we used the adhesive back snowflake assortment. And then I have thrown this a little far. Here we go. We've used the neutrals. They're neutrals. There we go. I'm reading upside down. Neutrals adhesive back sequins. That is they. In that Merry Christmas sentiment that I use, I nabbed it from the Celebrate with Tags. This is just such a nice Merry Christmas. And then finally we used, well, here, I'll just put this down. We use the Copper and Naturals Ribbon Combo Pack, if you like any of that. And we use the Stylish Shape Dies. Oh, and we use clear envelopes. Oh, and... oh, Julie, or Michelle, you love that fox. That fox, I saw that fox. That fox is pretty cute. And then we use the loose silver sequins. We use those as well. Boy, we have lots of stuff that we used. It didn't seem like lots, but lots. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and say good night. So now remember, next week, I think we're going to be using a suite, so we're going to be doing more stamping. So you'll get to see more stamping and more products next week. I think we're going to use most of what we can get from a suite. So I will be back here with you next week, same day, same place, same time, 7 o'clock. So we're starting a little bit earlier, 15 minutes earlier, so that we can have time to create 3 cards. So we'll make 3 cards again next week and then the following week. So we have 3 weeks of Christmas card making. Are you guys in? All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. You are so awesome. I hope that you have lots of time to create this weekend. I certainly value your time. I never take you for granted. I appreciate you so much for being here. Have a fantastic weekend. If you're in the Midwest, it's supposed to warm up a little bit, so the weekend might be nice. Fingers crossed. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.